I am finally implementing some structure on this channel. Finally. If you're not interested in that, I'll put timestamps in. You can skip forward to, the exciting bit of the video. But just beforehand to say that every Sunday from now on, you will be getting a video like this until you tell me that you don't want to watch these. And these videos will be very off the cuff. They'll be quite slow paced, kind of an outlet for me to express all of the spiritual practices that I have been a part of, all the spiritual teachings that I have been blessed to have received, and how, because they are quite varied, how they all sort of blend together, because they are all one. Different words, but ultimately they are all one. So that's what you'll get on Sunday. On Tuesday, you're going to get a short. On Thursday, you're going to get a law of attraction video. And on Saturday, you will get some kind of meditation. And now that I've put this out there, I am held accountable to that. I know I've been promising structure for quite some time and not delivered it yet, but now that I've actually told you what you're going to get and on what day, you can hold me accountable, and I will know that you can hold me accountable, and that will make me hold me accountable. So win-win-win. And so if you are new, then there you go. That's a perfect introduction to what you will get here. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then remember to subscribe, or whatever. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about how you can transcend conditioned thinking, and how important this is to witness the thinking, to be aware of the thinking. You're not caught up in it, and you can see exactly where it has come from. Anger, hatred, jealousy, all these low vibration emotions and states. They all arise because we are associating with the thoughts that arise within us. We're following those thoughts. We're so tangled up in them that we can't see them for what they actually are. And so we get swept away in these negative emotions, which don't serve us. How often have you had an outburst of anger and regretted it afterwards? We always blame ourselves for it, and it makes the problem worse. But those reactions aren't actually you. You just think that they are. I remember from a young age, I always had the mentality that I couldn't blame anyone for their responses or their reactions or their outbursts, because, and this was my feeling, and I assumed that everyone else understood and felt this way, but now I'm not so sure that they did. I always thought and could see that if I was them, if I was in their position and had exactly the same story, the same conditioning, the same experiences that they have had, I would be reacting in exactly the same way. And I can now see that for me to say that, I must have known, I had this feeling that there was something underlying in all of us that was exactly the same, and that the essence of me that I could put into that situation for me to then react in exactly the same way as them must be the same, or it would have been different. And so I remember having this idea at an early age. And then you realize that other people don't necessarily think the same way as you, and other people are blaming others and condemning others for their reactions. You start to think, oh, that's the way it is, that's the way it must be. Yes, that person is bad. How could they have shouted? But the essence that is in me is in you, and is in everyone else and everything else. Everything's energy. Energy is everything. Everything is connected. Everything is cause and effect. Everything is vibration. When something is vibrating at a certain frequency, what's going to happen is going to affect the frequencies of everything around it. If there's a frequency next to it that won't quite fit in with it, they're gonna repel. And this is what the law of attraction is. If you are vibrating at a certain frequency, which you always are vibrating at a certain frequency, we're often not aware of what that frequency is, or we don't realize that we can control that frequency. But you can't help but attract the things around you that are vibrating at the same frequency to what you are. That's how it works. And that's why we say that if you want to attract love, be love, feel love. If you want to attract money, feel the vibration of money. Feel like you are it already. I'm already getting off topic. I wanted to talk about transcending conditioned thinking, but this is all part of it. I feel like there are two options. One of these options, from my personal experience and perspective, is work. It's quite hard work. And the other is incredibly simple. But the problem with it being incredibly simple is that it's so simple. We miss it and we can't see it. The mind likes to complicate things. And when we're still thinking through the mind, we're never going to grasp anything that is so simple, because it's so simple that there's nothing to grab onto. And this simple way is, I believe they call the direct path, the direct teachings, but it is knowing that you are it. It's going back to who you were before the conditionings. It's knowing yourself as that essence before everything else came. It is absolutely transcending the conditioned thinking. It's rising above it. And what happens when you rise above, you can see everything. You can see everything so clearly. So this is the route that I took. I was fortunate to spend time with some amazing spiritual teachers who, in one split second, there was stillness. Everything fell away, and I was just a stillness from where everything arose and from where everything could be seen. It didn't last very long, but once I'd had that experience, I knew that it was there, and I knew that I was that, and it became more easy to revisit it. The way to get there is different for everyone, because you are transcending that conditioned thinking. And there are certain parts and elements of that conditioned thinking which are going to get in the way because they want to protect you. That's what it is. It's like a program. It's there to protect you. It thinks it's there to guide you. It believes it knows best. And why would it not? Because most of us, for our entire lives, we have given it that encouragement. We've given it that affirmation that it is what we need in order to live. But it's actually the other way round. It's there for us to use. It's not there to use us. So this is the direct path. Can happen in any possible way, which is why you might feel on this channel I'm throwing out loads of different things, but that's because I know that any one thing can cause any one person to have an experience like the experience I had, which there's no going back from that. Once you've experienced that, and it might only last a split second, but once you've experienced that, it's known, it's remembered, and that little spark of light inside you that you then know yourself to be gets brighter and brighter, and it burns away everything else that you are not. It burns away all that you are not, so that you are only left with what you actually are. And then the mind remains. Of course the mind remains. Without the mind we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be experiencing these things. We wouldn't be able to know the beauty that is life, the beauty that is all around us, the beauty that is us. Without the mind, we wouldn't know it. We don't want to see mind as a bad thing. We don't want to see fear as a bad thing. We don't want to see conditioning as a bad thing. It's just natural. It's just completely natural. So the best thing you can do is look at it. And this is the other way that you can transcend it, is to look at it, to question everything, to ask where these thoughts came from, to ask where your beliefs came from, to question what you think you know. What you know. We never question what we think we know. It's known, it's filed away, we don't go back and revisit it. And that is filed away is what creates these belief systems within us that we act through unconsciously. So when you start to question everything, go through therapy, have someone ask you all these questions, have someone help you understand where all these conditionings came from, then that is another way. You take yourself out of it. You stop being so caught up and attached in it yourself. You take yourself out of it and you can see it and you can look at it. And then when you are looking at it, you can ask yourself, if I can see this, can it be all that I am? Can it really be me if I can see this? Can it really be me if it came from somewhere else? Can it really be me if it wasn't always an essential part of me? So I think I might leave this video here for today because I didn't want these videos to be long, and it's already pretty long. You aren't your conditionings. You are peace. You are love. You are bliss. These are your base states. They can never not be there because they are you, they are your essence. My phone is actually about to go flat. So if you are still here and you have reached this point, then thank you so much, and please do give it a thumbs up, that really helps. If you haven't subscribed and you think you may like the content of this channel, then please consider doing so. I will be uploading every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. Remember to ring the bell and then you get notified every time one of these uploads comes your way. And also please comment below and let me know where you are tuning in from and what you thought of this video, whether you liked it or not. Yeah. So namaste, much love, see you in the next video, have a beautiful day.